Hi, I'm Nicola Cairncross.
Hi, hello, hey, hi.
I'm going to talk to you about success. Yes.
Hi, it's Nicola, it's Saturday. Oh, what a glorious day it's been out here. As you can see, the sky is blue, the sea is blue, everything's as it should be. Let me just do a little turnabout. Slowly, Phoebe says. I'm actually on a jetty at the little harbour arm at Stoupa, and it's very, very pretty here. I hand over my eyes, you can see all behind me, I hope. But yeah, it's a big night tonight. Pefko's Taverna is opening. You can see Pefko's over my shoulder. There's a bar at the very top called 360 Bar, which has got the most amazing views and is run by Elias's son. Underneath the 360 Bar is the traditional taverna run by Elias and his wife Stella. Stella is a fantastic traditional Greek cook and the food's always amazing there. So we went out to the water pipe today to get some water, and everybody was talking about the fact that Pefko was opening tonight, so we had to come down. Big fear of missing out otherwise. So yeah, I'll just complete my turn so you can see where I am, and then I'll go on to talk about the topic of the day. And we're back to the sea. There we go. So today what I want to do is talk to you about something that Gary Vaynerchuk's been mentioning a lot recently. He's been talking to lots of young people about it, and it's this thing of patience and expecting things to happen really, really quickly. You know, I've been online for about 20 years, and YouTube came along in about 2006, and if I'd have carried on putting videos on YouTube, I would have a massive following by now. But because I put up a few videos sporadically and then I didn't continue with it, I wasn't systematic with it, nothing really happened with my YouTube channel. Well, not much. I've had about 50,000 views and I've got about 565 subscribers. So all of that happened without me paying much attention, but it has happened over the last sort of 10 years or so. So you have got to remember that these things take time, and consistency is really, really important. In one of the YouTube videos I was watching today, they were saying that YouTube rewards consistency. So the things you've got to watch out for is making sure you've got a good title on your video, making sure that your video is uploaded with the title in the title of the raw video as well as the title you give it on YouTube. They're not paying so much attention to tags anymore, but they are paying a lot of attention to the content of your captions. So it's really important that after you've uploaded a video and it's had time to process, that you go and check the captions, transcription, also known as captions of your video. And then that, you know, they're taking a lot of notice of that for SEO. And make sure that your key phrase is in the title of the video, the raw file of the video, the first line of the video, and the last line of the video. That's really important. That's just basic SEO, and you do that for your blog posts as well. So the thing I wanted to really talk about today was this thing of consistency and patience, because I know myself that whenever I start a new marketing initiative, I think it's going to be the one. I think it's going to be the thing. I think it's going to be the thing that makes all the difference. Whereas actually Gary Vee put it very well in one of his videos just recently. He says, you don't come along and expect to just throw up a prefab and for it to stay around forever. What you have to do is you have to think of your marketing efforts as a series of bricks that are going to build a good solid house that lasts forever. Now, I just want to show you some of these fabulous houses here, because there's one over there that's really particularly lovely. There you go, that's one lovely house over there, and this is the other house that I love very much, which has been there for a long time. You can see that. And these houses were not built recently. They were probably built 100 years ago. I don't know, I'm just guessing. These houses were built to last, they really were. They were built to be handed down generation to generation. And actually that's what we should be thinking about doing with our marketing efforts. So what we've been doing this week is turning the weekly Vzine into a video podcast, which is going to go onto iTunes. And we're also taking the audio out of the Vzine and we're going to turn that into an audio podcast. So it'll go onto my website, it'll go onto iTunes, it's already going onto YouTube in the form of the Vzine itself, and it goes onto Facebook and it gets shared all over the shop. So this is what you need to be thinking about doing, and this is what I cover in my course Be Everywhere Online, because you can produce one piece of content once a week and then you can leverage it into all these different platforms and you don't even have to do it. This is the kind of thing that can be outsourced. You create the original content, you put your personality stamp onto the content you're creating, and then you can create tick lists that your VA can follow. So you really can be everywhere online in under 2 hours a week. I think even less if you get it right. So 2 things: consistency, patience and leverage, and creating one stellar bit of content that you hope is going to be of interest and of use to your listeners and your watchers, and then just leverage that over every platform. Now I'm off to have my first dinner of the season at Pefco Taverna, and I hope you have a lovely Saturday night too. Okay, so on the podcast this week we tackle a listener challenge, which is where someone has actually launched a product and they're going into a big marketplace against the big boys and they've run out of money for their marketing. So they've put everything they've got into product development and product launch and production, but nothing left for marketing. So we put our heads together, and it's a very specific marketplace, but we come up with lots of great ideas on how this person could market their product at little to no cost and really make a dent and actually probably beat the big boys at their game, because nobody is doing content marketing as well as this person could. On the blog this week you'll find every Vzine that we've produced so far, because I've been uploading them to the blog ready for the iTunes launch, and we cover everything in the Vzines, from how to get started if you don't have anything to sell online, right through to you know, how to be an entrepreneurial optimist, because that will ensure you get more success than if you're a pessimist stroke realist. Now I'm off to Pefco's to get a glass of rosé. See you later.
So here we are at Pefco Taverna in Stoupa. Some wonderful view you've just seen. And this is Britac. It's the first night Pefco's open this year. And everybody's out.
All the expats are out.
All around.
So what have you had to eat, Sarah?
I have had aubergine dip and gruyere, which is vegetables and stuff.
Vegetables and stuff, and very delicious it was too. There is some leftover vegetables and stuff. Not much of mine left over though, that's the thing.
Yeah, only because you scraped it up into my plate.
Moussaka I had, didn't I? It was very delicious.
Sun just setting behind the house over there. And let's have the lady herself in shot, shall we? Ta-da! And how much do you love Stoupa, Nicola?
I love it so much, I can't tell you. Bye everyone, see you soon. What's on the blog this week? Uh-oh, I forgot. A bit close and you can't see anything at all. Now I think that's a reflection. I can't tell what's what now in the screen.